How to debug unhandled promise rejections in Node.js. Imagine working on a Node.js application and suddenly noticing some errors that just vanish without any clear explanation. That can be frustrating, right? Today, we're going to uncover how to find and fix unhandled promise rejections in Node.js, so your code runs smoothly and errors don't sneak past unnoticed. First, unhandled promise rejections happen when a promise fails, but no one is there to catch the error. Starting from Node.js version 15.0.0, if a rejection is unhandled, the process will exit with a non-zero code, which can crash your app. So, catching these errors is super important. One of the easiest ways to catch these issues is by listening to the unhandled rejection event on the global process object. You can add a line like this: process.on, open parenthesis, single quote, unhandled rejection, single quote, comma, then a callback function that logs the reason for the rejection. For example, you might write, process.on unhandled rejection, reason promise is equal to console, error unhandled promise rejection, reason. This will tell you exactly where the rejection happened, especially when your app is running in production. Next, always handle errors directly in your promise chains. Use the catch method to catch any errors that occur. For example, if you have a function that returns a promise, attach a catch block like this, some async function. Then, result is equal to do something, catch error is equal to /handle error. Or, if you're using async and await, wrap your code in a try and catch block. Like this, try const result is equal to await some async function. Catch error, console error error. This way, errors are caught immediately and you prevent unhandled rejections. While developing, keep an eye on your console or logs. Node.js will warn you with messages like unhandled promise rejection warning. These warnings are your clues to find where you forgot to handle an error. Fixing those spots by adding proper error handling keeps your app stable. Uncaught promise rejections can cause silent failures or memory leaks because errors go unnoticed. When you catch all rejections, errors become visible and resources are freed properly. This makes your application more reliable. You can also use debugging tools or libraries like Bluebird, which offer better rejection tracking and debugging features. Many IDEs and Node.js debugging tools can help you trace where the rejection originated, making fixing easier. Be aware of common pitfalls. For example, forgetting to await an asynchronous function can cause an unhandled rejection if the promise rejects outside the current call stack. Also, returning promises from finally blocks without handling them can lead to issues. Always ensure every promise has an error handler. Since Node.js version 15 and above exit the process on unhandled rejections, you might want to add a global listener to log errors or perform cleanup before shutdown. You can also configure the process to continue running if needed, but handling errors properly is always best. By adding global rejection handlers, handling errors in your promise chains, and watching for runtime warnings, you can master debugging unhandled promise rejections in Node.js. This keeps your applications running smoothly, avoids silent failures, and makes your code more dependable.